Now we're discussing subgroups. Now we're discussing subgroups. So first question in subgroups. Define a subgroup. Define a subgroup. Prove that intersection of two subgroups is again a subgroup. So here given question is define a subgroup and prove that intersection of two subgroups is again a subgroup. So here we prove that intersection of two subgroups, whenever we can take two subgroups, in that two subgroups intersection is again a subgroup. So here let's see. So definition, subgroup definition. Subgroup, let capital G be a group under binary operation star a non-empty subset H. Here subgroup definition is let capital G be a group under binary operation star a non-empty subset H of a group capital G is said to be a subgroup of G if H is a group under the binary equation, binary operation, under the binary same operation. So which has we taken binary operation in the group of capital G. Here subgroup also we can take same operation, binary operation. So written as H subset are equal to G. Intersection of two subgroups is again a subgroup. Our proof. So let H and K be two subgroups. Let H and K be two subgroups of capital G. So H comma K both are less than or equal to G. H comma K both are subset are equal to G. Why? Because H is subset are equal to G when H is subgroup. So H comma K are two subgroups. In that time H comma K is less than or equal to G. Let E be the identity element in capital G. So since H is less than or equal to G and K is also less than or equal to C, both less than or equal to G. So E belongs to H and E belongs to K. Identity element E belongs to H and E belongs to K. In that time E is belongs to H intersection K, both H intersection K. So that means H intersection K does not belongs to pi. Why? Because here is one identity element is there. So that's why non-empty set H intersection K does not equal to pi. So non-empty set. So let A comma B is belongs to H intersection K. We have to take two elements H intersection K. In that time AB is belongs to H and AB is belongs to K. A comma B belongs to H and A comma B belongs to K. Then AB is belongs to H and AB is belongs to K. AB is belongs to H and AB belongs to K. Why? Because A comma B elements are belongs to H, A comma B elements are belongs to K. So AB is belongs to H. So in that mean AB is belongs to H intersection K, both H intersection K. So in that time A inverse also belongs to H, and A inverse also belongs to K. So A inverse belongs to H and A inverse belongs to K. In that time, A inverse belongs to H intersection K. H intersection K. That means H intersection K subset are equal to G. H intersection K subset are equal to G. Therefore, intersection of two subgroups is again a subgroup. This is the proof. Next problem. Next, second problem. Define a subgroup if capital G is a group and A belongs to G, and then prove that H is equal to set bracket of A power of n such that n belongs to Z is a subgroup of G. Okay. So here define a subgroup. Already previous problem we discussed subgroup definition. If G is a group and A belongs to G, and then prove that H is equal to set bracket of A power of n such that n belongs to Z is a subgroup of G. So here given that G is a group and small a belongs to G. Let A power of m comma A power of s or n, A power of m comma A power of s be any two elements of H. A power of m comma A power of s be any two elements of H where m comma s belongs to Z. So in that time A power of m comma A power of s belongs to H subgroup. So A power of m comma A power of s belongs to H. As the same here, condition 1, first condition. Condition 1, the product of the two elements of H is itself an element of H. So A power of m into A power of s belongs to H. So in that time A power of m into A power of s is equal to A power of m plus n. Bases are equal, powers are adding, is also belongs to H. Why? Because m plus s belongs to Z. Why? Because m comma s belongs to Z. M plus s also belongs to Z. So condition 2. The identity element E belongs to H. A power of 0 is equal to E. Because of. So the identity element E belongs to H. Next, condition 3. The inverse of an element of H is itself an element of H. Here also same. The product of the two elements of H is itself an element of H. Here the inverse of an element of H is itself an element of H. So here for power of m belongs to h, in that time a power of minus m belongs to h. A power of minus m belongs to h. So a power of m into a power of minus m is belongs to h. So a power of m into a power of minus m is equal a power of 0, that is equal to e, that is belongs to h. So therefore h is a subgroup of G. H is a subgroup of G. Okay. Next problem. Show that a non-empty subset capital H of group G, group capital G is a subgroup of capital G if and only if AB inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H. Show that a non-empty subset capital H of group G is a subgroup of capital G if and only if A B inverse H for all A comma B belongs to H. So in this theorem, proof. So given a solution, given H is a non-empty subset of G. H is a non-empty subset of capital G. In that time AB inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H. So first one, A comma B belongs to H. A comma B belongs to H. In that time AB inverse belongs to H. Let B is equal to A. Let B is equal to A. In this equation AB whole inverse belongs to H, where B is equal to A. Let B is equal to A. Substitute here A into, in place of B is equal to A inverse. A inverse belongs to H. That means A inverse value is E. E belongs to H. E belongs to H. So next second one, E belongs to H and A belongs to H. A inverse belongs to H. A inverse belongs to H. In that time A inverse belongs to H. As the same, E belongs to H, B belongs to H. B inverse belongs to H. So B inverse belongs to H. A inverse belongs to H, B inverse belongs to H. That means third one, A belongs to H comma B belongs to H. In that time AB inverse belongs to H. So let B is equal to B inverse. Let B is equal to B inverse. So A B inverse whole inverse belongs to H. So A B inverse whole inverse, because of A inverse whole inverse is equal to A. So B inverse whole inverse value B. AB belongs to H. So the closure property is satisfied. Therefore the closure property is satisfied. The closure property is satisfied. Whenever the closure property is satisfied, in that time the closure axiom and inverse axiom by the conversion by the closure axiom, A comma B belongs to H. In that time AB belongs to H. By inverse axiom, A comma B belongs to H. In that time A inverse belongs to H, comma B inverse belongs to H. A inverse belongs to H, as the same B inverse belongs to H. In that time A B inverse also belongs to H. Okay. Next theorem. Very important one, that one. Next, fourth theorem. In subgroups, fourth theorem. Prove that a non-empty subset H of a group capital G is a subgroup of capital G if and only if first one, H is closed under the binary operation of G. Second one, A inverse is belongs to H for all A belongs to H. This is the theorem. So proof here, proof. So given solution, given H is closed under the binary operation of G. H is a closed under the binary operation of G. So in that means A inverse is belongs to H for all small a belongs to H. Let B is belongs to H. In that time B inverse also belongs to H because of A inverse belongs to A belongs to H. In that time A inverse belongs to H. By using this formula, B belongs to H. In that time B inverse also belongs to H. So A comma B inverse belongs to H. Both are belongs to H. A comma B inverse belongs to H. Since H is closed under binary operation of G, closed under binary operation of G. So A comma B inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H. In that time A B inverse also belongs to H. Therefore H is a subgroup. So here A inverse belongs to H. In that time A belongs to H. B belongs to H. B inverse also belongs to H. A comma B inverse belongs to H. Both are belongs to H. Since H is a closed under binary operation of G, that time A comma B inverse is belongs to H. For all A comma B belongs to H. In that time A B inverse belongs to H. So H is a subgroup in that time. So converse, let H is a subgroup. Let H is a subgroup. First one, by closure property, by closure axiom, H is closed under binary operation. Closed under binary operation. Second one, by inverse axiom, A belongs to H. In that time A inverse belongs to H. So B belongs to H, B inverse belongs to H. In that time A B inverse belongs to H. That is our theorem. Next theorem, fifth question. Find all subgroups of Z 2013. So solution. So the positive divisors of 2013 are divisors. D is equal to 1 comma 3 comma 11 comma 33 comma 61 comma 183 comma 671 and 2013. So these are prime numbers, prime factors, prime divisors. So therefore generator of 0 comma generator of 671 comma generator of 183 comma generator of 61 comma generator of 33 comma generator of 11 comma generator of 3 generator of 3 and a generator of 1 up to 0, 671, 183, 61, 33, 11, 3, 1 generator of those numbers. So first we have to calculate generator of 671 is equal to positive divisor 6 comma 671 comma 1342, 671 factors. Next 183 factors, 0 comma 183 comma 366 comma dash 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 1830. Next generator of 61, 0 comma 61 comma 61 multiples 122 comma dash 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 1952 and 33 generator of 33 multiples 0 comma 33 comma 66 comma dash 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 1980. So 11 multiples 0 comma 11 comma 22 comma dash 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 2002. Next 3 multiples 0 comma 3 comma 6 comma dash 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 2010. Next 1 multiples 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma dash 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 2012 up to 2012. These all are subgroups. These all are subgroups of 2013. So this is our problem. Subgroups means whenever we can take the positive divisors of 2013 are D is equal to prime factors 1 comma 3 comma 11 comma 33 dash dash 2013. So we have to calculate the generator of numbers. Whenever we calculate the generator of numbers, that all are subgroups of given Z of 2013. So these all are subgroups of Z of 2013. Module Z, that value. So next is sixth question. Next is sixth question. Prove that the center Z of G of a group capital G is a subgroup of G. So prove that the center Z of G of group capital G is a subgroup of G. So here solution. Center Z of G is subgroup of capital G. So let Z of G be the center of a group capital G. So whenever Z of G is subgroup of capital G, that time Z of G is center of a group capital G. So first one, whenever it is satisfied, A belongs to Z of G, that implies A inverse also belongs to Z of G. And the second one, if A comma B is belongs to Z of G, in that time AB is belongs to Z of G. So whenever these two conditions is satisfied, in that time the center Z of G is a subgroup of G. So first one, the center of a group is given as Z of G is equal to A belongs to G, mapping Ax is equal to Xa for all X belongs to capital G. So Z of G, center of G is set bracket of A belongs to G, mapping Ax is equal to Xa for all X belongs to G. So here X belongs to G, comma A belongs to Z of G. So here consider x belongs to G, A belongs to Z of G. Small a element is belongs to Z of G, x is belongs to capital G. So in that time Ax is equal XA. So both side we can apply A inverse into Ax into A inverse, that is equal to A inverse x A into A inverse. So here A inverse A into x into A inverse is equal to A inverse x A inverse. So A inverse A value E. So E into x A inverse is equal to A inverse x into E. So in that time x A inverse is equal to A inverse x. X A inverse is equal to A inverse x. So that implies A inverse is belongs to Z of G. A inverse is belongs to Z of G. So whenever A is belongs to Z of G, whenever A is belongs to Z of G, in that time A inverse is belongs to Z of G. So Ax is equal to XA. We have to take x and A, both are multiplication. Ax is equal to XA. A inverse, both side we can multiply A inverse. A inverse into Ax into A inverse is equal to A inverse x A inverse. So A inverse value is E and A inverse A value also E. E x A inverse is equal to A inverse x into E. So x A inverse is equal to A inverse x. So A inverse belongs to Z of G. Second one, AB into x. AB into x, that is equal to A into Bx. A into Bx, that is equal to A into xb, interchanging, that is equal to x AB, x AB. So that means AB into x is equal to x into AB. So in that time AB is belongs to Z of G. AB is belongs to Z of G. Both are equal. So therefore from 1 and 2, this one is 2, this one is 1. From equation 1 and 2, that the two conditions are satisfied. That the two conditions are satisfied. Hence, Z of G is a subgroup of G. Already we have taken two conditions. A belongs to G, A inverse is belongs to Z of G. If A comma B is belongs to Z of G, in that time AB is belongs to Z of G. First one, A inverse is belongs to Z of G, we can prove that. Second one, AB belongs to Z of G, we can prove that. So two conditions are satisfied, in that time Z of G is a subgroup of G. So in these subgroups, last problem, seventh problem, seventh theorem. Let capital G be a group and H comma K be the subgroups of capital G. Then show that HK is equal to set bracket of HK such that H belongs to H and K belongs to H is a subgroup of G. Subgroup of G. So solution. Given that G is a group, so H comma K are two subgroups of G, two subgroups of capital G. So in that time HK is equal to given condition HK such that H belongs to H and K is belongs to K. K is belongs to K. Here also K belongs to capital K. So this is the condition. So let small a comma small b be any two elements of HK. Any two elements of HK. Small a and small b are two elements of any two elements of HK. So A is equal to H1 K1 and B is equal to H2 K2. Why? Because HK is belongs to H is belongs to capital H, K is belongs to capital K elements. So A is equal to H1 K1, B is equal to H2 K2, where H1 comma H2 is equal to H belongs to H. As the same, K1 comma K2 is equal to K belongs to K, capital K. So condition 1. Condition 1. The product of the two elements of H is